Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm still in a live trade here. I'm in a couple. One I'm up 400, the other up about 1,000. Last night I took almost $5,000 off the table. I was up $6,000. I took $5,000 off the table last night in 2 hours. I'm going to teach you how we did it. We're going to have a blast today and give you the education you deserve to get paid like I do every single day. Let's drop it. Yeah, I made it back. I made it back from my dreams. I came back into my body, and here I am. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's start off with that same track you guys get to listen to. I actually love this track. I don't get to hear it enough. It's absolutely beautiful. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. What the heck? Anyway, blessings on blessings. I'm going to jump on into the live right now. Bitcoin pumping. I'm in a live trade. Last night I made $5,000 in 2 hours. I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to teach you exactly what happened and break it down. Instead of bragging about my money, I'm going to show you how I made the money so you too can get the education and live a life worth living. If you're making $5,000 in 2 hours in your house at night, you're going to be doing pretty good. You're going to be able to buy whatever you want most of the time. You know what I mean? So I want to teach you how to stay disciplined, but I didn't do this overnight. I wasn't making $5,000 in 2 hours. It took me about 20 years to perfect the craft, to keep doing what I do. And it's a long road. Shout out to all you beautiful people here. You came here to learn today. You came here to find a different place, to find something new. Or you love this. You found something new years ago and you want to keep coming back. Those are the two reasons you're here. I'm going to continue to give you the education you deserve every single day. Let's break it down. Let me show you my trades here live on Bitcoin. I'm trading live on MEXC. MEXC is the least amount of fees of any exchange in the game. I'm up 10% on $7,000. It's a 0.6 BTC trade. It's a $70,000 Bitcoin trade, basically $72K. Last night I opened up a $290,000 trade on KKEX. I opened a $300,000 trade on, was it Weeks? Yeah, and we were banging to the upside. It was, here, right here. And look at my position history. I just want to show you my P&L, man, because I'm so dang proud of it. Let me make sure I'm not in the way of my P&L. Hold on. Yeah, I'm in front of the P&L. So look, one for $3,000, basically, another one for $700. I mean, that's a $3,500 win. Then the $400 loss, so you could say up $3,000, right? And that's 4 wins, 1 loss, and then 400, 300, right? That's a gain of $4,700 in 5 trades. I only lost one of them, and you'd be like, oh well. Then there's another one, right? That's $5,000. Then I lost one for $200, right? And then I won another one right there for another $6,000. I mean, it doesn't stop. It's insanity. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I lost 2 trades. I made dang near $8,000. I can teach you how to do this. I lost 2 out of my 9 trades. It's insanity. Nobody shows P&Ls like this, man, with perfection. And I can teach you how to do it every single day. I don't stop. And there's, anyway, so there's my, and I left this one running last night after I paid the trader $5,000 last night and let this running. And again, I don't want to be rude. I'm not trying to brag. I want to show you that you can do this too. I used to lose my money. I used to have no idea what I was doing. I worked a night shift. I wasn't always positioned and disciplined, my friends. It took me a long time. And it took a lot of rewiring my subconscious brain to get where I'm at today. That's why I teach you guys the same thing. I'm also got a trade open on Weeks right now. It's up $400. So you can see I'm sitting on gains of $1,500 about right now as we speak. And we're going to see kind of where this goes over time. Shout out to my peoples on Weeks, trading on Weeks. Great exchange, good fees, great security, amazing team. Shout out to the people that run it, the COO, my buddy Andy, and all the people out there on Weeks. We love you. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to see Weeks continue to win. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. Thomas, who worked so hard, the whole team, if he's still there, the whole team working extremely, extremely hard. So look at this. That's an inverted head and shoulder measured move to $121,000 BTC. So that says we're going to pump. And so Sam's long here. Look, I made $400 off $400. That's 90%. You don't have to have a lot of money in this game to make $400 or $500 a day. I can teach you how to make $400 off $400. So I show you my big gains and I show you my small. That's why I opened 2 different trades. I want to show the small, someone that doesn't have a lot. Crypto face right there. Someone that doesn't have a lot of money, they can still make gains. You know what I mean? You don't have to have boatloads. Because everyone says, oh, Sam, you open up a $300. I don't have money like that. I can't make gains like you do. Yes, you can. You can stack those wins over time. And it's all about smaller losses and bigger wins. I showed you that P&L, baby. I showed you my P&L on Weeks last week. It doesn't matter the exchange. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. And the people that are afraid, the people that can't get it in, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. You can open 2 positions on Weeks. Somebody asked about in the trading group. Guys, get to the live stream and ask these questions here. Ask these questions right here. I will help you live. I'm here to help you, man. Like, Don't play games with me. Okay, so here's the deal. 117,550. I believe Bitcoin is going further to the upside based off technical analysis, based off probabilities. That's a bull flag. That bull flag's likely to break out. I didn't give him a video update this morning. Why? I didn't want to confuse anybody. I wanted to make it really clear what I was saying. And last night I was up pretty late giving you guys the sauce. And so I showed you, this is the trade right here. There it is. Like, that's the trade. Like, there's not much else to think about. You know what I mean? I gave the trade right there. Entry, stop loss. We're going to 120,000. You got to have conviction with a stop below 116.2, and you would be in this trade too in the game. First thing I saw, I woke up this morning. I saw that. I made the trade. It's not that hard. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to sit there and analyze it for an hour. I saw what I saw. I made the trade. I'm like a bot. The bot sells, the bot buys, the bot gets in. Stop using your emotions to trade. They are going to rock you and wreck you and take you to a place you don't want to be. I'm just telling you right now, it's not what you want to be doing. Okay. Oh, man, I love y'all. This is a great day to be alive. Oop. I love y'all. What a beautiful day it is to be here with each and every one of you. And I love that we made those gains too. Unbelievable. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay. Hey, not a bad profile over there. Hey, Lifer Vision Trading Course right here. If you want to learn what I learned this Saturday, I'm teaching class. Hit the QR code to find out more. It's a labor of love. I absolutely love to teach this class. I want to show as many people how to make gains on Bitcoin on any chart in the world. I can show you how to trade the NQ. I gave an NQ trade last night. Absolutely beautiful. You people trading the NQ, you could have passed all your evals, done whatever you wanted with the sauce I'm giving you right here. Last night at 9:57, enter the trade right there at 24,596. Put a stop loss below 24,529 and let that puppy rip. And that thing ripped all the way up to almost 24,800, 24,700. And you're in the gains right now, probably still on that trade. But dang, I gave that on the NASDAQ yesterday. I give NASDAQ trades, NASDAQ future updates, Bitcoin updates, altcoin updates, leverage scalps on Bitcoin, token metrics, and the new coins that are coming out. We scan all coins. Nobody covers the gambit like we do here. I see other trading groups, they just don't have the skills. I was in a trading group for 4 years underneath the tutelage of an amazing master. He passed away, my mentor. And I carried that torch and continue to do so to this day. So shout out to everybody here. I never left the trading group I joined. I joined a trading group years ago. Eventually, the guy that started it died, and I stayed in that group. Eventually, it dismantled, and I started my own group. So, like, I never left the trading group I started. I joined. Isn't that weird? Like, a lot of people join a trading group, then they go to different ones. I joined one trading group and never left it. And then I started my own. You know, I was meant to do this. Like I was a quarterback on the way. So this is booming to the upside. Bitcoin is pumping. I talked about the flag of the 1 minute time frame, and this is going. I see more gains coming here for Bitcoin. This should be flipped to 1,008. Look at that, 77777. There's it is up $1,000 on the trade now. 14% banging on them to the upside. Bitcoin at 1777.7 on the 777s. Look at that. And we are booming to the upside here, making gains. And another day where the gains are pouring on us. Absolutely lovely style here. What you want to do is you want to cover. So let's take a look here at where we are on the 4-hour time frame. This trade is an 8-hour trade. Let me explain how I'm making the trade, what time frame I'm using to make the gains. I'm using the 8-hour 200 moving average. I've seen this many times in my life. I've seen us lose the 8-hour, get above the 8-hour 200, and we were gone. So basically, I want to be positioned right, stop loss at 14688. If we ever lose that, then it's over. As long as we don't lose that, we are gone, baby, gone to the upside. So absolutely lovely what we're seeing here for BTC. And again, why you can't see the trade, because I'm on the BTC pair while I'm showing you the USDT pair. And so this trade was basically, you're above the 8-hour 200 moving average. See, I play very simple probabilities. What I did over time, I'm going to teach you something later on in the show. I'm going to show you my very simple, large time frame way to trade. It's insane. Like, I pull off all the stuff I've learned and I make it really simple. And I can teach you how to do it to yourself so you can get yourself paid. All right. I believe I have a trade. Oh, man, KKEX booming to the upside too. Shout out to anyone. Yo, KKEX is awesome. I'm telling you, I'm having fun on KKEX. No fees for withdrawal. No fees for basically anything. It's the cheapest exchange in the game. They're doing the best they can to get in the game. I would definitely open up a KKEX and have it on the back end. It's fun to trade on KKEX. The fees are light, and you can make big gains if you don't have to pay big fees. Maxi and KKEX are the least expensive in the entire world. You won't find a better exchange that takes less fees than MEXC and has more altcoins. MEXC is the best exchange in the game. Best altcoins, best fees on trading. I'm telling you right now. Sad thing is they can't get everybody worldwide. I get it. Weeks is the next best thing for the U.S. customers. Okay? I like BitTinex for scalping, KKEX for those low fees. BitTinex has the best user experience, though. I have to be honest. It has the best UI. Like, no one has a better UI than BitTinex. Like, the user, the way this whole runs, the way it looks, the way you move with it. They dominated the game with it. Everyone should have just duplicated BitTinex's UI, and it would really be, you know. And then remember, I trade the NQ on BTCC at Tech 100. And I give you guys these trades like I gave last night. I actually gave this trade on the daily days ago, telling you we were going to 2,800. I showed you that this was going to break out to the upside. I talked about it on my macro technical analysis video. I do every single Friday. I gave free trades on the NASDAQ. I showed you where the stop loss should be and where you should get in. On the NASDAQ, like if you're a big boy trading billions of dollars, you can trade with me. You could have put $1 billion in there and you'd be up huge right now. So big boys can trade with me. You can trade the 1 minute with me. You can trade Forex with me. You can trade Bitcoin, the NASDAQ. It doesn't matter. We can trade it all. Every single day of the week, baby. Let's go. And this thing is booming to the upside. My stop loss is already at break even. I can't lose money on the trade. Move your stop loss to break even. Look, this is a shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. Let's do our top-down analysis now for Bitcoin. Let's break it down and let's show you exactly what I see happening. Man, what a day it is to be alive, huh? Shout out to all my beautiful people here. I feel like I could come down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It feels a little bright. I like the contrast there. There we go. So do I take 100% off the table? That's a beautiful game. Imagine making 100% gains. Imagine that. I remember my first 100% leverage trade. It was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I had made 100%. I thought to make 100%, you had to sit in a trade and swing trade. Because I was an altcoin swing trader. I did not trade leverage until 3 years ago. I've been trading leverage. I've been trading for 20 years. And I knew I had the skills to trade. Leverage put me to the test. Leverage said, can you handle it? Can you pull it off? Can you do the task? Can you do all the things that you've been learning at a fast rate and execute? You know, leverage, man. It really shows you what you're made of. If you can handle leverage, you can handle anything. It's kind of like being in a crazy relationship. You know what I mean? If you've been in a relationship with someone who's really up and down and all over the place, then it's easier to be in a relationship with someone who's kind of calm. So if you can trade leverage, you can trade spot all day long. Look at the 777s, man. Always there for me. Every single time. I know you've seen it. They'll probably flip it back for me one more time. But there's the 777s right there in the middle. Oh, man. What a day it is to be alive. So I'm still inside this trade. I actually will start moving the stop loss below the 200 moving average. This is a scalp. The MEXC trade is a long-term trade. I'm going to explain what I'm doing on the 8-hour time frame. I gave this to the trading group last night. I explained exactly why I liked what was going on. Tonight is our weekly screen share. I'm going to share my entire portfolio. I'm going to talk about my game plan for the next couple months. I'm going to show you my biggest positions and why. I'm going to explain where we're going, what we're doing, and how I am ready to make a boatload of money in the next few months. If you're ready to come into that and learn, I suggest you jump into my weekly screen share. You should join the 99. Go to cryptolifer.com and just join the 99 right now. Just looking at my portfolio and sitting with me for about an hour to 2 hours tonight, I think is worth $1,000. And you're only going to have to pay. I am a self-made millionaire from 20 to 43 years old. I've traded multiple markets. I trade every single day. I can teach you things you've never thought about the markets. And I'm going to be there tonight from about 8 to 9:30 for free, basically. If you join the 99, you know what I mean? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to buy and sell, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing with my portfolio and how I see the market based on probabilities that I've been looking at for literally 20 years. So it's definitely worth more than $99 a month for that one session a week. It is. I think I could charge $99 I could charge $400 just for one session a week a month. I really could. But anyway, who cares? It's not about that. But I just want to let you know the value provided for you because I want to see you win like me. I'm happy when other people win. I'm not that happy when I'm at the top and everyone's down there. That doesn't work for me. So I want to see as many of you smile and get where I'm at. Because when you're doing what you love, what a dumb move. What a dumb move. Like these people they lack intelligence, man. They lack serious intelligence. Like, what are you thinking? Insanity. Absolute insanity. So anyway, I'm off it. But dang. So, you know, I'm thinking of taking profits right here. Do I have to? I got to assess. I got to do a top-down analysis. I got to see how much juice we have on the stochastics in the 1 hour. Suggest we're just getting started on the 1 hour. I just got to hold my horses here. I just moved my stop below that right shoulder, below the 200 moving average. We should win. So I'm in position to win here no matter what. And here we go. So let me take a look here at the top-down analysis for Bitcoin. We're going to break it down for you. I told you to watch this flag on the 15-minute last night. It looks like we pumped out of it, but I also gave you the call this morning. We're looking for this cup and handle to break out. See, cup, nice little handle, massive pump up to $126,000 BTC. All right. Let's do our top-down analysis. Shout out to everybody here. How many people are here on the live? I didn't even get to post a live to the trading group. I messed up right now. I just realized that. So let me get that done right away. I feel like we should, can I give someone access to that channel and we can get that posted without me? Any task I could be taken out of would be nice. I don't know if that's possible, but it would be nice. Because then if I forget, it can get done. All good though, either way. Shout out to the 1,400 beautiful people. We're about to hit 100,000 and 1,000 subscribers. We are so close, everybody. Just 13 people, and we got another 1,000 on top of that 100 on our way to the upside. We got the plaque from YouTube, official $100,000 plaque. It solidified us in history. And I think there's only like 75,000 people in America that have that plaque. I mean, that's a small amount of people when you really think about it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So God bless everybody here on the live. Let me jump on and send this link out, and then I'm going to do the top-down analysis for BTC. I'm also going to show you how I made the gains last night, why I sold when I did, because that can help you learn when to sell. When you see when I sell, when you're in the trading group and you watch me sell over and over again, and then you see price go back down and you're like, how did he sell the local top last week? I've sold the local top literally like 10 times in the last 20 days. Like, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely amazing what we've done. One of my most accurate 3 weeks ever. Like, come to the trading group and just press the buttons I'm pressing, man. You'll be getting paid. And this is the place to be. Don't get it twisted. All right, Lifer, I'm in the 99. I would like to volunteer every day to place the link for the channel. Yeah, that's just something we can't do because it's you have to have access to the back end of Discord, you know. But thank you. You can grab it and post it to the 99. I would appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. So you could do that every day. You could post it to the 99. Say, Sam's live right now, everybody. Come on now. I appreciate that. That would work. That's good for me. Grab that link and send it to the 99. I could even put a place where the link goes, give you access to the channel, and make you only posted that. That works too. We love you. We love you, Ehrlich. I love everybody out here. Thank you so much for spreading the love. And shout out to all the testimonials that are flying in. 500K subs next, Sammy. Good for you. We're on our way, Renee. I love you, Renee. Thank you for keep holding. I know you've been, Renee, you've been negative. You keep saying we're going to 102,000. I called the bottom. You got to give me my respect, man. Renee. You can't call it. You can't. You know, I love you, but you've always saying we're going down, and I called that bottom, and we nailed it. You got to give me respect. You got to say, Sam. Let me hear you say, Renee. Sam, you did it. You called the bottom again. Let me hear you, Renee. I love you, brother. Okay, so let's do our top-down analysis here for Bitcoin. We're going to start on the monthly time frame. That monthly is trucking away. We now have the biggest monthly candle close in the history of Bitcoin. We've gone higher on the wicks, but we've never closed a candle. We will close a candle above monthly support. Previous resistance becomes support. Every time you close a candle above where two candles have closed on a mass time frame, you're saying that's a big statement. 3 months being a lifer, up 140%. You're the man. God bless you. And I see those super chats pouring in too as well. Who do we got here? We got Billy Bob's Fireworks. Sam, first off, thanks for what you do. What you do on JASMY and your thoughts on it. I still own a bag of JASMY. I think it's a great project. It moves a little slow. It's going to take the whole market to get it to move. It doesn't look like it's going to have its own catalyst anytime soon, but I'm still in it, and I will do TA in it later on in the show. Thank you so much. Shout out to the 777. Sam's the best. 3 months being a lifer, up 140%. Shout out to TPT1 Don. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Moving forward. So we have a bullish engulfing candle here on the monthly. Beautiful. Well above this $114,000 level, 115.8. It is 115.8. You can see where the candle actually closed. It closed at 115,773. As long as this monthly candle closes above 115,005, 115.7, we're good to go. We're absolutely good to go. And look, this original candle was up $9,500. I mean, 8% candle. Bitcoin, one of the largest assets in the world, went up 8%. That's huge. That is huge, right? Bang, bang, bang. If your stream is glitching out, jump in and out. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I did see we had like 1,500 people and then the stream, you know. I don't know why they do that to me, but just jump in and out. Don't let them take you out of the stream. Just jump back in. It's a YouTube glitch. It has nothing to do with me, right? I gave you guys AVAX months ago. That's when you got to listen. You got to pay attention when the charts are pushing out, not when everyone's saying we're about to pump, right? Just looking at this. Looks like it'll retest here a little bit. Still looks pretty bullish to me. Is there some bearish div? A little bit of bearish div there on the 15. Is that kind of swings? They're both swinging down, though. I'm going to have faith that we're going to pump here. Where was our high, though? Yeah, 7777 triple. The high was really, look at that. I just hit 777777.7. That's so crazy. What are the odds I did that? So nuts. Okay, you helped me so much. I'm winning because of you, and I want to be better than lazy now. 100%, brother. Sleeping at the computer, waiting for the Sammy Live. Wakes me up. God bless you, man. Wake up. Let's go. Let's jump on in and get it going. Look, everybody refreshed and came back because we have 1,500 people here watching. Then I saw 200 drop. So I know there's something going on. They're trying to send, they know who they're pushing. And they're trying to send, you know what I mean? But I'm too strong. I'm stronger than who they're pushing. So you guys keep coming back and they can't understand it. Because this is so viral, it's insane. This stream is so organically viral, they don't get it. One of the biggest live streams in the history of cryptocurrency, man. No one's live streamed with this many views, 14 million. We ripping. We are ripping. So Bitcoin looking beautiful on the monthly. Let's take a look at that rising wedge that breaks out parabolically in times of absolute sauce, right? Like just when things are just absolutely lovely. And we're entering a possible period of absolute euphoria here for Bitcoin. The crash will be hard. The crash will be hard. There will be a nasty crash. You know, if we go the whole length, which could be, we could get a massive leg. That's giving me about $214,000 Bitcoin. If we just go the kind of conservative leg, both are possible because the FOMO is real, my friends. So we go to about $183,000 Bitcoin. So I got both of these likely going to happen. A parabolic run for BTC. Again, nothing is guaranteed. I do see one possible bearish move there if we make that right shoulder. And Bitcoin now at 117,66666. Yes, it was an audio in and out, but YouTube app closed, reopened. They did that to me yesterday. Same exact thing. Audio was going in and out for no reason, too. I have the exact same setup. My computer, nothing has changed. I did leave my computer on all night. There could be something to that. You know what I mean? Where it kind of has a latency. So I don't know. I should restart. But I was just busy and I wanted to make sure I woke up right to my trades. So this looks bullish to be on the bigger time frame. And I see 182, 183, and $215,000 Bitcoin. Maybe even a blow off top to 250. It's possible. If we got a blow off top to 250. And it says we get there somewhere by December of 2026. So this could be look, we rally into February. We consolidate through May. We consolidate May, August, June, and July, and then we pump again for one more massive pump. Could we run to May of 2027? Anyway, let's just say we hit this high and come back down to the 618. That's a 90. You know, it's showing me that that Bitcoin, you know, it may never go lower. I'm going to say something strongly here. Bitcoin never retraces past the 786 ever in any bull rally, right? So it's telling me that we may never see, I don't think you'll ever get Bitcoin below $65,000 ever again for the rest of your life. I think those times are over. Your chance to get Bitcoin below $65,000 are gone. I'm making a big statement here, and there's a chance you know. So when we come down for the bear market, you're talking 98, 100K. You know, exactly. Lifer, what time is your private stream tonight? Is it Florida 8 p.m.? I'm in Europe and want to join at the right time. Florida at 8 p.m. You've got it. 8 p.m. Florida time. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. It's New York City time if you have problems, like just write NYC time. So this looks really nice to me on the bigger time frames. So now we're kind of we spend some good time in the monthly right now. We're not sitting on the 1 minute all day long, right? We're looking at the bigger picture. I don't like losing money. Where are we at here? 972 of the trade. Everything's looking all right, though. Everything's looking all right. And I'm going to show you why we're doing what we're doing here. All right. I'll put that above. I can't lose money. It's all about making sure you can't lose. Super important. You're making sure you can't lose money. My mentor always said, number one rule of trading, don't lose money. And I thought it was so funny. Yeah, Bucks, what a comeback from Mayfield. That was amazing, man. Shout out to Baker, bro. I got faith in that dude, man. Baker's the man. That guy just wants to win. You know what? The Bucks might win they might win it all. Look at the bot here and the bot sold there. Got in, got out with a beautiful $30,000 order. Shout out to the bot making massive gains. That's really nice to see. In and out like a Boy Scout, man. Bang, bang, bang. Nailed it. That was so awesome. And this is a trading bot that I partnered with. I saw them at Bitcoin Nashville. We talked. I said, I won't use a bot. It won't work for me. It doesn't work with my community. And he said, but it's just an ancillary, it's just an added benefit to what you're already doing. And I said, yeah, let me try it out. And they gave me access. I put 10 grand. Started to do pretty well. I put 20 grand, 30 grand. Then I put $100,000 in there, and it made me 30 racks. The bot has made me over 30% a year. It actually made me 100% a year because I bought into Bitcoin around 40, 60,000, something like that, between, I think, 50K. And now Bitcoin's at what, 120? Bitcoin's doubled. So my holdings have doubled 100%, and I've also made more on top of what I had. And then I reinvested the money back into Bitcoin, used it as collateral, and I just kind of ran that process. Anytime I had US Tether, I bought Bitcoin back with it, ran it back into collateral, made the positions bigger, and kept it moving. It's been an amazing process, and it's been working out for me, and I've been gaining more Bitcoin using the MINOTAUR trading system. So it's one of my many streams of income, and it just runs. And years from now, I could end up 52xing. I think he said something like crazy. I don't know. I'll have to do the math. But with the compounding nature, I could do some serious damage on the money I have in there over time. So I'm learning how to compound that account. So when I got into bot trading, I now learned a whole new stream of income. And now my life has changed too. Now I have a passive income stream from the bot. I'm just telling you. And again, I do put a lot of money in there. It's 100K. But man, it works really well. Schedule a call today to find out more. I do get a commission, but it's something I love and use. So I'm sharing what I use with you. All right, I could keep it to myself and just get paid automatically, but I'd rather you also get paid automatically with me. So hey, you do whatever makes you happy. The bot's been absolutely amazing. And I share the results of the bot inside the trading group if you want to know. I also show when the bot buys and sells, you get added signals as well, which is kind of crazy. Like, nobody's giving you that. That's another added benefit to the $99 a month. There's so much monetary benefit to the $99 a month. It's insane. I don't even mention all the benefits. So moving forward, let's take a look. The weekly chart. We're in a live trade. There's nothing I can say. We're just still in the live trade. I showed you the trade, and if you're in the trading group, you already got in. And I'm sorry to the people that just jumped into the live that don't join the trading group. You're going to miss out on key entries. You're going to miss out on big gains at night. You're going to miss out on a lot of insight because we trade heavy between about 6 p.m. and about 1 in the morning, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. I make most of my gains Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday night based off how the market moves and the liquidity. New York Open, 12 o'clock. I front run it. And I'm telling you, when that daily candle opens at 12, Master Friend showed me the way, man. And then I started putting my own sauce, watching liquidity. And I found my model and I found my time. I put most of my money at the right time with the right model. That's it. Everything else is kind of scalp trades and feeling the market out and just staying in the process. The weekly looks absolutely beautiful. Look at the MACD turning to the upside. That's a MACD cross. Look at this about to cross the dotted line and start its next big run. Look at the stochastics about to turn. My friends, it's all set up. We have one bearish signal we must avoid. We have a resistance here, clear as day. Look, this candle, this candle, this candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Could not get back above, could not close a candle above 119.5. So we're going to have to close this weekly candle above 119.5. We do that, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link in the description below. It's showing us where the liquidity is. It's telling us we're going to 118.5 today. That's the biggest red area. And BOOKMAP has been 100, basically 95% accurate with these. And it's saying we're going up to 120. It's saying all the red is up here. I'm going to liquidate those shorts. Liquidated shorts, man. Shout out to Liquidated Shorts. We got a guy, that's his name. And look, we're back at 117,769. The trade is in the money, maybe. I ain't leaving this trade. Look at this thing. It is starting to punch to the upside, up $1,000 on the trade and more. Let's go. I'm up 1,500 in the two trades combined, about 1,450. 100%, one like 5%. I had another trade open too. I went to open it. I got distracted this morning by my baby. She came in the office, and the next thing I looked up and started pumping. I can't chase that entry, right? But I gave everyone in the trading group this exact trade, and we're all making bank right now. If you touch the right buttons I did in the last 4 or 5 days, you're making bank. If you wanted to go start your own new system, go watch 1,000 other videos and play games, I can't help you. I can't help you if you refuse to listen to me. I can't help you if you want to watch 1,000 other YouTubers and try 5 different strategies. I can't help you. But if you want to hone in and get discipline, I can help you. I can teach you the way. I cannot help you if you choose to go all over the place and not listen to me. I can't do anything for you. If you ridicule me, if you laugh at my losses, if you think it's funny, I can't help you. You see what I'm saying? So, 3 white soldiers. This is a known pattern of continuation. This closes as such. This is going to be a very strong signal in the candle-wise. 3 white soldiers, baby. I live for this, man. And we bounce off the 21-day moving average. This is my known strategy, to buy the low stochastics on the 21. I even talked about how we could enter right here with a stop below this weekly and probably plow out, and we did. Unbelievable. What am I looking for? I'm looking for one of 2 things. This could be a bull flag that just takes off, and we don't have to kind of say anything about it. We crack above this high and we're gone. However, there is a bearish possibility here that, I'm sure I've showed you guys many times and other people may be considering. This could be a left shoulder. This could be a head, and we may make a right shoulder. If we cannot get back above 119.5 there, if we decide to wick, if we decide to make a resistance, and then we make a bearish engulfing candle and a tweezer top, this could roll over as a right shoulder. What if there's a black swan event? The only thing that would create this would be a black swan event. And I know exactly what that event would be. I can't, you know what I mean? I'm not going to, you know what it is. Don't say it. We all know what it is. Don't say it. But just be open-minded that we're in a universe that anything is humanly possible. But I will denounce that, and I envision a completely beautiful bull run, right? But there's definitely deep state actors out there that would love to watch this. There's central banks that would love to see this thing, right? They're not happy that we're plowing away, taking over the entire monetary system of the world, right? And I wanted to show you a video I thought that would change kind of your life forever. Check out this video. This is basically what they've done to us throughout space and time, all right? Just watch this. It's 30 seconds. But this is basically everything that has gone on. This is the best way to teach you what's going on. It's all the stuff I teach, right? All right there at once. You just learned the history of America in a second, like they just gave it to you all. Shout out to everybody here. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. That blew your mind, didn't it? Think about how much you can learn from an image, from just a moment in time. It's insane, right? So here we are with the right shoulder for BTC. And so far, 117,720, everything kind of sitting pretty here for Bitcoin. So I do see the bearish scenario. It's not all bullish. You can never just say it's up only, there's no problems. You always have to look at both sides of the coin and be ready for the flip. So, of course, I'd love it to be bullish. I'm overly projecting bullishness. I see it in the probabilities, but anything is possible. We've got to close a weekly candle above 119.6, I'd say. Once we do that, it's going to solidify that we're on our way further to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing. No stress. But, fundamentally, you got to close a candle above this resistance. And look, we're right at the POC right now. We're at the point of control on the weekly, which is the VRVP here on the right. Look, we went through the gap. I called the bottom at 84,000. Remember that? You're up huge right now if you got in when I did. What else can I do? I called the bottom here, right? 107.8. We called that daily bottom for you. We showed you, we projected the right shoulder before it happened. It's all documented. I've been nailing it ever since, and yeah, making thousands of dollars almost every couple of nights through this entire run here. It's been great. It's been absolutely great. Dear Lord, thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the wins. You've been blessing me with amazing wins in technical analysis. Like years and years, I attempted to get to these types of results. Dear Lord, thank you so much for helping me. There was years I was confused. I never thought I could do it. I had negative self-talk. I said, I'm going to be the worst trader ever. I'll never make gains like that. And you proved it all wrong, man. You proved all those devilish thoughts that broke me down to be not true. You showed me I could do anything I put my mind to with love, light, and happiness. And I'm going to keep continuing with that same frequency. And I know it's going to propel me to greatness and to help others. So God bless you all for being here with the Lifer. So here we are, right? The 5-day chart, which we look at every single day too as well. Very important chart. And we talked about how that closed. And now we had a big jump on the 5-day. Absolutely beautiful. The 3-day broke out the falling wedge to the upside. This is what we had right here. We were calling it right there for the bullish retest. We nailed it. And there we broke to the upside. Look how beautiful trading the 3-day. It takes a lot of time. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 days from there, you're in the money. Things are going your way. So, bang. Now, this might make a kind of an estranged inverted, right? Like shoulder, head. We might have a right shoulder here. There's a possibility, and let's move on into that daily time frame. Here we are on the daily, and I expected the daily to have a jump today after that big wick last night to the upside, and that's exactly what happened. The point of control right above us on the daily too. You can see 118,000 is kind of sunning us. We got to break through that, but there's a lot of chop right there, so I can see us kind of get into that area. What I'm personally was looking for, maybe one more pump. But I just feel like the daily is going to have to come back to that 21-day moving average at one point. And look at that. That would be an absolute beautiful cup and handle there, right? So one more pump. Pull the 21 up, but you're going to have to come meet that 21 before you pump again. There's a chance you could kind of push it and pull it this way. But then you're going to have to come down to it here. At one point, you will come to it. The quicker we do it, the better off for the consolidation. So it tells me maybe one more big pump, but we are starting to see a bit of resistance here at 118,000. You can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it. So I'm starting to see, hey, maybe we get this pullback. 12-hour, remember I told you when it gets above the 200, you're gone? I mean the 22. Same with the 12-hour. When you get above the 200 moving average, you're going to pump to the upside. That's what's going to happen right there. If you opened when the 12-hour got above with a stop loss below that wick, you're in the money. I showed this trade in the live. I talked about it. I said how you can use, and again, I'm going to break down the 8-hour time frame too, and I'm going to show you how I use that to my advantage. I'm going to do that in a second after I finish the top down, because there's a lot I want to show you, and I need the big chart, and I need to kind of break it down for you. I'm also going to equate it to another chart. I'm going to show you Tesla. I'm going to show you 2 other charts where you can do exactly what I showed you on Bitcoin around the world, on any single asset in the world. I'm going to teach you how to use this stuff anywhere, anytime. You just have to get yourself positioned. I can find money in the market almost any day of the week at any moment. I mean, sometimes there's low volume, and you just can't force volume. So right now, the 8-hour, it gets beautifully above the 200. It looks nice, and it even says it has momentum. And maybe it does a beautiful uptrending flag here. Whatever happens, I'd like to see the 21 come and interact with price one more time again for the 8-hour. One could say, well, the 8 hours in a rising wedge, and we are about to break out parabolically. Okay. That's actually very possible for a move to 123.5. I mean, this could happen today. We could just start breaking out right now, or we make a flag. Either one, I do not see a dump below I don't see us losing the 8-hour 200 moving average. I don't see us dumping. They created tons of fear. They had retail freaking out. Those shorts are still out there with liquidations in tow, right? Your 4-hour, one of your greatest time frames to trust. And when you get above the 4-hour 200 moving average, I told you about opening up a long right there, stop loss below the wick. This is simple stuff. You don't have to use anything but one indicator. You don't need ICT, you don't need candles, you don't need time, you don't need anything. The 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. When it gets above, you get in the trade. You put a stop loss below the wick you can find. If you do this over and over again, if you did it here, you made gains. If you did it here, you made gains. If you did it here, you made gains. I gave you this trade back then. I don't know if you remember, because that's my system. And I remember telling you, there's the 4-hour above the 200 in the flag. Like, this is simple stuff. Like, you don't have to recreate the wheel. I've back tested this for 20 years on hundreds and hundreds of assets. I know this works. I put my heart and soul on it. I know it works, man. Like, I have so much conviction in what I teach you. Like, I don't know anyone else that has that much conviction. I'm telling you right now. This is it. This is it. This is it. Why fill your brain with thousands of ideas, thoughts, processes, little words, things? You don't need it. You don't need it. That's clutter. That's brain clutter. 200 moving average. One time frame. I do this on the 1 minute every day. You guys see me do it all the time. I make it look easy. It's not that easy. But over time, it'll become simplified and you'll be able to nail it. So now here we are, right, on this 1 hour. And now you can see we are tight in the 1 hour. We are inside this rising wedge. This is a shoulder ahead of right shoulder. I'm looking for a breakout today. 68% chance that this breaks to the upside. I am not a soothsayer. I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. What I do know is the probabilities based and how many times they play out over time. This is a shoulder. This is a head. This is a right shoulder. Okay? Let's do it right. Let's do it clean, right? This is supposed to pump for us. If it doesn't, so be it. But let's go, baby. Let's go. So I'm going to keep my longs open with my stop losses at break even. I already took 5K. If I lose that $1,500, so be it. But now I'm risking the 15 for maybe 3, 4, 5 grand if we get the pump. BOOKMAP's also in our favor to 122. Does that mean we're definitely going to pump? No, nothing is 100%. I'm not 100%. My strategy on 100%. BOOKMAP's not 100%. There's nothing in this game that's 100%. Things are 80, 60, 70, sometimes dang well 90. You can get pretty dang close, but I'm not 100%. So I'm sorry. I can't tell you that every single time I tell you something's going to happen, it's going to happen. I wish I could. But if I did, I'd be a fraud, right? It wouldn't make sense. So we got to stick to kind of like reality here. And I do the best I can every single day. That's all I can do. So I like this 15-minute inverted. And then it brings us back to the flag that I looked at here. Right? And I can't have everything out there. It'd be a little too, But look at this. You can kind of see the Adam and Eve there, right? You can see it. Yeah, so my strategy's not hidden. There's nothing in it that you can't figure out yourself. It's free indicators you can buy, you can get with your premium account on TradingView. I don't sell you anything but my services in my trading group every single day and my class that I teach for the least amount of money than anybody else in the game. All right? And I get commissions and partnerships, and that's about it. I mean, and I don't show coins on you. I don't get money to talk about a coin. If anyone asks me to promote a project, I will not do it. I like to promote my own. I like this time to promote the stuff that I can control, the stuff that I created. I'm not going to use my live stream with 100,000 subs to promote something that I didn't make because I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll promote something that I use, like MINOTAUR trading bot or an exchange, but not a coin, man. So don't hit us up for coin promotions. We don't do it. It's never going to happen. We don't need the money. We don't want the money. We're not into it. And I like that the whole industry has really gotten away from that. It's not cool. It's not what we're looking for. It's not the sauce. All right. So we're looking for this 15-minute to possibly come back to the 21, make a bit of a flag, and then continue to pump to the upside. I like that 117.7 is holding nicely here to the upside. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin. But I also know that there could be a dump. Anything could happen. But I'm bullish. I even see the cup and handle on the RSI. There's your cup right there. There's the handle, and it's kind of starting to break out already too as well. Look at that. So you got a cup and handle on the RSI ready to pump. You got the MACD ready to go. And we're just kind of it looks like we're getting ready for a massive move here. The 1 minute seems to be in a bit of a flag. Kind of has this like Adam and Eve look to it. See that, almost like a strange right shoulder. That could start the pump. It's on the 21 above the 200. That could be a scalp right there to 118,100. So I am bullish on BTC. And if I lose this trade, all I'm going to do is get stopped out at break even, and I still made 5 grand last night. I am completely covered. I'm teaching you how to trade smart, trade right, and really keep yourself in proper risk management. So everything I say might not happen. This might be a shoulder, head and shoulder. They might dump us right down to the downside here, I am looking for the 50-minute to come back down, likely to 117,450, then get the bounce, consolidate, and start to move bigger on later on. It is a Thursday after the Fed day, but I didn't see massive liquidations yesterday. I'm sure there's people that were on the wrong side of the board and got taken out, but it wasn't like a usual Fed day where they go whip, 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 whip. Price action stayed pretty flat. They didn't have enough conviction either way, hawkish or dovish. And, it was a kind of a down, Jerome Powell seemed kind of like very reserved. Agreed? So I'm looking at the 15. It's above the 200 moving average. It looks a little overbought. It's away from the 21-day moving average. It looks like it has to come back down here. You see? And then we take this top trend line. So I gave you everything I could for Bitcoin today. From the monthly all the way back down to the 15-minute. We spent about 45 minutes on Bitcoin. I showed you everything that my subconscious mind could find and see. Okay. Last night I made a trade on Bitcoin. Let's kind of break it down, why and how. Last thing I'm going to show you for BTC. We're going to jump into the altcoins, have some fun, and really, really, really break it down for you as well. So the idea was to trade the 8-hour right here. This is it. This is the trade I gave to the trading group. I said, you just get in here, right, with a stop below. And it's actually a little earlier than that, but with a stop below the 200, that wick on the 8-hour. Why would I do this? Well, let's backtest this theory. Number one, let's make it really simple. Let's go to the moving averages and let's get rid of them all except for one moving average. I just want to make this so simple for you that like a 5-year-old could do this. All right. The 8-hour time frame. We're going to go backwards in time, but I'm going to show you all the instances. So the 8-hour looks like we're going to go back to 117,450. Don't be too freaked out. So it looks like the 8-hour closed the candle above the 200 moving average. I opened a trade right there. I look for my next support and resistance, and I put my stop loss. That's it. That's it. And then you wait with no emotions, super patiently, and you get paid. It played out right there. The last time it happened, 1 for 1. It happened right here. All right. I can duplicate this and just bring it over. Hold control, and that's how you can do that. And look, I could have got in here, put my stop loss below there. Yes, it did dip a little bit, but if you use that wick, it didn't get you. Now, maybe you did use it right there and you got stopped out. You get right back in when it gets back above again. And then you're in, and then it pays for the loss and way more. Right? So both of them technically would have played out. This one would have been a great scalp. And then maybe, you got stopped out of break even. And then boom, you could have, but it's still really good execution there. Now, when you're in chop, you're going to get chopped. You want this after a massive retracement like we're in right now. Same thing here. We crossed the 8-hour 200 moving average right there. That's your entry. And we're gone. Same thing here. You cross to the 8-hour 200 moving average and you're gone. Same thing here. You cross the 8-hour and you're gone. Same thing here and you're gone. Let's go back in time to the last rally. The last rally started right there when you got above the 8-hour 200 and you were gone. These are perfect entries, man, that pay so well. Here in the bear market, and you got above there at 3,800. That was the time to buy right there on the 8-hour, and you went it all the way up to 14,000. So like this signal, since this signal is strong, and since March of 2019, we've had one. And after a mass retracement, every time you just do this, you can't go after. You got to understand when to use it, right? You got to have the consolidation. You got to see the other moving averages getting tight. But I mean, 1, 2 times, 3 times, even 4, 5, and that was the bottom, right? Yeah, that was the bottom right there. That was when you should have got in at 17.5. I bought so much Bitcoin there. And if you missed that, I gave you the 5-day 200 moving average where I told you this is your last chance to buy Bitcoin. I said, get in when we cross the 5-day. I said, right there, we're never going to look back. And Bitcoin never looked back after 34,000. You could have put a stop loss right there with your entire portfolio and never got liquidated. The 200 is so strong, it's insane. I'm giving away, I shouldn't even be doing this because I'm giving away, I'm telling the whole world how to trade. And I don't know why, honestly. I don't know why I do this. Because I believe that I may not be here tomorrow. I don't want to say that, but I don't know. And so if I'm true to God, I got to give his people the secrets that I learned, right? So God gave me all these beautiful abilities. He gave me the ability to be super mathematical, hyper analytical. He gave my brain, right? And I went through the charts and found all this stuff for you guys. And if I keep it to myself, it's kind of whack, man. It's like a great painter that never teaches anyone to paint. A great writer that never writes a book and teaches people how to write. I think that's a shame. So I'd rather lose money giving away my stuff and know that I'm here for God than make a business where I gouge everybody for everything that I know. You see what I'm saying? And I've lived by that, and somehow, some way, God has found so many other ways to get me paid beyond what I ever thought possible. So I don't stress money ever again. I stress my relationship with God. As long as I keep that pure and my relationship to my family and friends, and I got nothing to worry about. Amen, right? So look how strong this 8-hour 200 moving average is, and you're getting a signal that you only get Look, you've gotten this signal maybe 15 times since 2020. Only 12 or 15 times can you make this trade like this. And the sad thing is, yes, it could go back below, and it may not be perfect. We don't know for sure, but the odds are dang high. So what I did is I convinced myself what the odds that are the highest are, and I take those trades. If I take a trade with high odds and I lose the trade, I get very happy because I know I stayed with my conviction and I did what I was supposed to do. The old me would have just traded any emotion anytime. Now I trade exactly what I know to be true, and I stick to it. I get paid to do this. It feels really good. I finally have a system. I was depressed. I went through so much pain trying to learning how to trade. I thought I would never be a good trader. I had negative self-talk. I got depressed. I told myself I sucked. You know, I banged myself my head against the wall. Like I literally, you know, I eventually found myself in the psychiatrist chair telling me I'm nuts. You know what I mean? When I told him that COVID was coming, you know, I told him COVID's coming. And I'm sitting there in front of a psychiatrist telling him that there's a disease taking over the United States. And they literally were writing down, this man is out of his mind crazy. And they would have actually labeled me crazy. And I actually was telling them I knew what was going to happen to the rest of society. And they would have labeled me crazy. If your brain is so far thought thinking, even psychiatrists will think you're nuts, man. Think about it. Nikola Tesla went into a psychiatrist's office and told him about moving lights through the ground. They would have told him he was insane. They did tell him he was insane. He was at a symposium. I think he was at the World's Fair, and he described the internet. He described moving images through the wires, and they told him he was nuts. They told him he was absolutely out of his mind. But he was the smartest man on earth, man. When you're that intelligent, people are going to write you off and think you're nuts. Think about it. You're not going to fit into society when you understand, like when you understand Bitcoin in 2008, nobody's going to get, nobody's going to understand you because nobody else understood Bitcoin like you did. So how the heck are they going to understand you? It makes perfect sense. So stop trying to convince the masses of what you know. It's not going to work. Help the people that are already on that path, that are already walking down that strip. Show them the way. So I wanted to teach you the in-depth nature of the 200 moving average and how I use it on the 8-hour time frame with such stealth and such amazement that even I can't believe it. All right, and God bless you for being here with me. NASDAQ trade looking great. Look, they pumped it, they dumped it, never got stopped out. I definitely would have sold there, but now it looks like it's going to go for more. And look, you can see the NASDAQ in that same inverted head and shoulder that Bitcoin's in. You see it. And they're about to print so much money because they have to now. When they cut the rates, money has to flow into the markets at a faster rate because you can borrow it more. So now they have to print more money because the demand is higher. They just turned on the water, man. The faucets, they have to print this money. Where is it going to go? It has to go into the stock market. 24,980 is your next target. Likely you could get in here with a stop below either here. There's a real risky because you could get out on a wick. And again, I gave you perfect entries. It's hard to go back on them. Like right now, you either took profits or you're still in the trade on the NASDAQ. And I see this going higher. And there's the target. It basically hit the target. That was my target. I gave this trade last night at 1050. And my target was hit at 24,800. How did I know the NASDAQ was going to rib? Because I study liquidity, man. And my mind's doing this all day long. I don't do anything else but this. I'm pretty boring besides this. You know what I mean? As I got good at trading, I got bad at everything else. That's all I do is trade now. All I do is sit in front of the screen. That's not true. I'm with my family and my friends. I have fun, but 90% of the time, you're going to see me grinding these charts out, man, making gains. So I like what I see here on the NASDAQ. Let me jump back into the chat now and see how the chat's doing. Are you learning something? Did everybody learn something today? Did I talk too much or am I helping you learn? Let me know. Let me get some feedback. 333 if I helped you learn. Put a 444 if I talk too much. Let me know. I'm willing to have constructive criticism. You can send it my way. I can handle it. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Crypto Borg. Shout out to Verns Van Wyck. Antonio Flores. More Than One Monkey. Shout out to Jonathan Morris. Andrew Yurkovic. Rocket Man. Papa Flash in the house. Papa Flash, we love you. Deep Forest. Kurt Shore. Wealth J. So many names that I know. John Connor. A Supersonic. Biscuits in the house. Biscuits. Randy Al was always holding me down. Dude Tang, the Crypto Surfer Man. So many names. So many amazing people here on the stream. Byron Franco. I wish I could say every one of you. Crypto Coin Review. Jonathan Morris. Crypto Weirdo. Where's Plumber when you need him? There he is. I knew he was there. Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. Listen, today we're going to hook up the top fan. Oh, Kevin Flanagan, maybe you can help me, Sam. I want to make Jay Powell a t-shirt that says short-lived, but I don't know how to spell it the way he pronounced it. You're so funny, man. Short-lived. It's like old English. Shout out to Kevin Flanagan in the house. God bless Kevin and your beautiful family. God bless you. Hope everything's going well with you and yours, man. Thank you for all the things you've done, and I believe you'll continue to do. I'm really excited about that other thing. I looked at it yesterday. I have time to kind of wrap my head around it. God bless you, brother. Shout out to Armenian friend, Crypto Steph, Vegas Claw, and all the beautiful people out there on the live. 444, because it's my lucky number. You talk just fine. I love you, man. Bang, bang, bang. Market is way too slow today. Love you, Sammy. God bless you. Yeah. This guy says, I just feel like you repeat yourself on negative things. That's because, I mean, if that's really how you take about it, then you're picking one thing out of the stream. Come on, man. You really think that? You really, really think that in all your heart and soul? Come on, man. Come on. That's just insane. And honestly, maybe you think working on yourself is negative. I have no clue how you're taking it. Yeah, but I'm not you, so hey, I can't help you. God bless you. 630 lifers strong. Amen. 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 So the NASDAQ trade looking good, and it looks like there's another NASDAQ trade coming. So I want to keep the first one like there to prove that it's still open, but this looks like you're going to get another pump on the nasty NAS. I would say be careful. This is a little high risk. Like I'd like to be that low, below that, but you could be like somewhere in the middle. It's a 2.5 risk reward ratio. But if you've been winning like we have, then why not, take some of your gains? But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Yeah. What do you think about Aster and CZ shilling it? I mean, I think Aster's huge. I think he's going to take over the DEX space. He sees there's money in the DEX. And so, yes, I think it's a smart move for him. I mean, come on, right? So Aster's been hot. Look at VADER on that double bottom. And usually I'm dang early. This time I might have been a year early. It's possible. Aster CZ, that's funny. Hold on. We got to look at it because it was Apex. You got your Aster for Apex, right? Yeah. Let's take a look here. Aster is a DEX, right? That's going after Hyperliquid. Like they're going after some of Hyperliquid for sure. Aster right there, all right? We launched Aster. APX holders are eligible to convert their APX to Aster. So if you had APX, you convert to Aster. It went from 8 cents to 61 cents yesterday. We talked about it too yesterday on the channel, and it absolutely ripped. They didn't have it on a lot of exchanges though. Look, BingX. Why didn't Binance have it if Binance is so into, you know what I mean? It's a little weird. Only BingX had Aster. Where else could you have traded Aster? On PulseX, you know what I mean? And they unlocked 704 million tokens tomorrow. Oh, that was a day. That was yesterday. Yeah. So interesting. Hyper 57. Advantis back to 111. That thing's insane. There's AI Tech back in the game. I love this Solidus AI Tech. I have a huge bag of this coin. An absolutely huge bag of it. Almost too big. Like I keep buying it on the lows and it just hasn't helped me out yet. But look at it. It's up 5x today. I just want to see it on the screen here. Aster. Binance. It's just, it's weird. I guess they haven't made their API connection yet. MEXC had it. ATC. Nah, that's not the same one though, or unless it's like a representation. So that's weird. It's not easy to find. Like, I just think it hasn't been APY'd. You probably have to go to BingX and actually trade it right on BingX. I mean, chart it on BingX. So I don't get a chart for it right now. But you can chart it on BingX. They aren't listed on exchanges yet to force people onto the DEX first. 100%. XEN started moving. That's not normal. You're right. XEN kind of sits quietly for days on end. Let's take a look at what's happening to XEN here. Onyx going a big holder of mine, actually. Whoa. Something happened with XEN, man. Huge pump on XEN for what it is. I mean, that's a massive pump. Definitely felt like it found a bottom. I feel like it's only a matter of time. You're going to see it back at 5 cents, and we're going to be able to sell a buddy of mine. I think he's in there like $1 million right here. He might be down $500,000, but he's going to sell for 5. He'll make like 2 to 3 mil. That thing hits 5 cents, man. So, what are your thoughts on Layer, Brett? Never heard of it, man. Thank you for bringing it up. Let's take a look. And shout out to the $99 super chat from Kevin Flanagan. God bless you. That will come back to you tenfold. You don't have to give what you do. But you did. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. Smash that like button. Thank you, Underground Crypto, and everybody out here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right, so we went over a massive indication of where I believe we could be going. I showed my live trades. I showed you 117,450 was likely coming for Bitcoin. We did get the pullback. I showed you my bot that bought the bottom, sold the top on that beautiful move. Absolutely lovely. And let's take a look here at the analysis again. We were on that 15-minute. I don't know where I was doing that. Yeah, so the 15-minute got overbought. Looks like it's going to come back down, maybe back to the bottom of the channel. I don't know if it's going to go to 116. No. Hold on. It's on my Binance chart. All right. Yeah, there we go. So look, we're watching this here. And the 15-minute did come. So here. We got previous supporters resistance here. A little bit, it's kind of bearish div in a way, right? I mean, that swings up, that swings down. I'm looking for this to do this, see? I'm just looking for something like this. It does have cat ears. I see cat ears, folks. Well, that could dump us. We got to see us. We got to get a little bit of a move right there. Right there, if we start to lose this level, that's going to tell you you're going down. And it's hard to make the big gains. That's why what I do is I just keep taking the pumps. I identify the big win. Like I can see the reversal, and then I take the pumps as they come. Just make sure each day is a winning day. Like if today I sell, it's a winning day. If I play games and watch it, then it's not a winning day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it is very hard to go for the big win because it's not always it's going to go up and down. Very difficult. All I know now is I can't lose, which is smart, you know? I like to pay the traders something though. I'm suggesting we're going to get a bounce here sooner than later. Too many people want to buy into Bitcoin. There's some FOMO here. But it is cat ears. I got some mixed signals. And I knew we were coming back down there. Remember, I even called it 117, 450, 400 area. That could take a dump. I don't know liquidity there on BOOKMAP too, suggesting that there's any fulfillment, but no Amazon FBA over there. But can't, you know, further to the upside is looking better for BTC. But they're pummeling me. I was just up huge, right, at 117,750. Like, dang, take those profits, right? But this was a runner. I already took 5K, so I can't, you know. I get greedy for my wins. I'm like, dude, I don't like when 800 turns to 7. I'm always like, should have taken it, you know. I know if I take it every time, I'm going to be in the money. Do I trade the NASDAQ? Do I take that NASDAQ trade in front of you? That'd be interesting. We'll have that load up there in a second and bring it to you live. You know I'll bring it to you live. Bitcoin looks like it's going to be a cat ear pattern here and dump. Do I take my wins and go on from there? Or then I watch it just absolutely rip and regret the fact that, you know what I mean? Trading is not easy. Everyone is thinking through their trades all the time of how it's going to play out. It's not a, and then you got to tweak your brain, have a system, and then go for it. There's a lot going on in a trader's brain, right? It's like you're going through your emotions, how you feel about the day. And that's why you really have to you have to be able to regulate yourself first and then trade. If you're not regulated, meaning like you had an argument with this person at work, you went over here, you watched the game, you gambled on this, like if you're just stimulant after stimulant, Twitter, Instagram, and it never ends, like you're gonna have problems with trading. You got to basically find your balance first and then add trading to your balanced life. If you can do that, you're going to be all right. That's going to be the key. Wow. And we just, we grew the account. I like this bounce here at 117.3. I'm looking for this to do this here. I'm looking for this to keep the ascending triangle alive and not do cat ears. This is it right here. It drops down to here. The trend line's not getting respected, and we have to kind of start thinking that it's going to do an M pattern here. It's a lower volume Thursday after massive movement yesterday too. So usually today is a bad day. It's really not a good day to trade, but I left the trades open And then I woke up with them still cooking, so I felt no reason to be, you know. So I could see two things happening here. Really need a bounce in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I want to see the 1 minute get back above this 200 moving average. I don't want to see this start to dump right back down to 116.950. It could very well could. It very well could. And remember, I'm live trading on MEXC and Weeks today. MEXC, the least amount of fees of any exchange in the game. Link in the description in my videos. If you don't like paying fees, MEXC's got you, KKEX got you, and Weeks, really the best. Okay? If you're struggling at trading, the bot will do it for you. While you figure out, while you begin to learn. The bot will trade for you, and then the bot will teach you too. When you look at where the bot buys and sells, you'll start to understand stuff. You'll start to pay attention. It'll make sense to you. The bot actually will teach you how to trade. Slowly but surely, you know, not amazingly, but if you're with me and I'm teaching you and you have the ancillary bot, it'll all kind of come together. I like the NASDAQ right here for a possible scalp. So take profit would be 24,961. Stop loss would be at 24,730. And we're basically buying the breakout now, which is a little sloppy, but they're printing this money, right? And we've been doing really good in this NASDAQ. 20X. How is it only 3 though? I have $5,000 in the account. How can I only go 289 at 20X? That doesn't make sense, right? Maybe. And it's a small scalp, Alina. I get it. Oh, that's all I got. All right. Oh, so you could put it. Ah, interesting. I was just limit in there. So 24,961. Stop loss is below 24,730, and I already just lost positional strength right there on that little bit of a candle move. But yeah, I don't know. It's just such a minuscule trade. I'm like, like it won't matter. It's not going to change my life. I'm going to have to raise that levy at one point. I'll take that long on the NASDAQ though. Not an amazing long though. And I'm buying the top. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to get in right there. But I have faith they're going to print this money. And if I lose, who cares? I'm up enough that it won't matter. Okay. 117,530. Getting a bit of a bounce like we suggested we would. And defies that carrier so far. And gets us back into position here. And says we're getting tighter and tighter for the breakout. I'm expecting a big punch to the upside. I'm not leaving these trades. I have them covered in case. And I'm showing you exactly how I'm trading this market today and how I'm circumventing all these ups and downs. Look, previous resistance, support, point of control, resistance. You should get a bounce there. It makes sense. And then we got our measured move. I think my measured move's a little crazy there. I mean, no, it's pretty spot on wick to wick. That's going to send us to about $120,895 for BTC. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby at all. So, okay. I'm still long, and I'm looking for this to break out. Once it cracks this high, I'll probably retest 117,850, and then it's going to 119.8. 122,000 right there waiting for us. BOOKMAP also suggests we're going to pump to the upside. They're just toying with liquidity right now on a Thursday afternoon. So, no stress, no stress. Popular searches, Linnea keeps getting searched. DeFi starting to rev up hard. Somia up 32%. Advantis up 284. MIAX holding that $15 level. Even Pump.Fund continues to do damage. Layer 0 looking interesting. World Liberty Finance holding 22 cents. Like Hyperliquid at 57. Solana at 248. Unibase is something I would write down. What is Unibase? If you can look into that, Lakochi, Unibase, please. Ether had a nice, interesting move. Lombard is on my radar. Bard, right? Forte's on my radar. That could be the next Avantis. Remember, you got to start paying attention to the newer coins. Bio Protocol, I put it out to the trading group. It's looking interesting right now. All right. And then I have elites that are putting out altcoins. I'm putting out altcoins. The whole group is putting out altcoins. It's insane how much we're doing here every day as a group. Like it's very active. Because I don't take a day off. I really push people to push themselves. And everybody works very hard in the group because who wants to be the weakest link? Nobody. Everyone wants to be strong. Look at BioProtocol is up from the entry at 16. You're at 17.5. I'm not saying it's huge, but it's up. And I see this thing going up. Oh, let me bring back all my moving averages, right? I only need that one, though. Isn't crazy, right? Again, buying above the 200 on the 4-hour. If you did it right there, massive move to the upside. Have faith in the 200 moving average. If you believe in anything, believe in that 200 more than you would ever believe in anything else. It's unbelievable how strong it is. Unbelievable. This is tough today. Definitely Thursday trading. We're getting mixed signals every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy. We just need that wick to hold us down. And for this song to be bounced from. I'm not listening to Britney Spears over here. All right. So y'all know I'm sticking in this trade no matter what. Y'all know I'm at break even. I can't be as transparent, right? You've seen what you need. Let's move on. Let's get into the altcoins. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about the Bitcoin dominance, and let's talk about others. Bitcoin dominance attempted to do an inverted head and shoulder, but fell off. I see this thing continuing to collapse to the downside. Altcoins are in position. Look at Sol Bitcoin. This is going to tell you what's happening to these alts, and you can see Sol Bitcoin don't care. Not going to, it's going to rip. They'll get rid of all these random lines. Like, what am I doing over here? Sol Bitcoin could pump so nicely to the upside. It's insane. I'm telling you. Don't fight the feeling. I'm better than your mentor. I'm your mentor's mentor. I'm your favorite analyst's favorite analyst. You know what I mean? The guy that you watch, the guy that you look at, he watches my channel first. Then he gives you the analysis. There's like 100 people running trading groups off my live stream right now. Insane. Come to the right place with the right frequency. Solana on BTC is about to do damage against Bitcoin. A little bit of a pullback, but I see a pump coming. Bitcoin rips to 122. Altcoins will go sideways. Then the second Bitcoin rips to the all-time high, we are gone. We are gone. MIAX looks like it's going to consolidate. You see what I'm saying? Like it's going to hold this key level and likely go and continue. Wow, you could have got into MIAX, never sold, and still be in. This is bull run status. When you get into a coin, it rips, and then it doesn't dump all the way back down. It actually holds positional strength and then shows that it's likely getting ready for its consolidated move back to the upside. See how the moving averages are getting tight on the 4 hours? See how it's consolidating? Really good sign that this thing is about to moon. Wow, getting in early on this thing was a monster move. And we're going to get back into altcoins all day long on this show, nonstop. Like, it's just never going to end with these altcoins, right? MIAX looks very nice. If you can get it at the bottom of the channel one last time, boom, right? And that thing can likely plow to the upside. Once this market starts to rip, these coins, these flags start to pump all over the place. You're going to feel like a genius with your TA. Like, all the stuff I taught you is going to play out time and time again until the market starts to change. Once it starts to get really choppy and it's not going that well, that's when you know the market's changing on you. When my system identifies weakness, that's when you know to stop going as hard. It'll rip, and then things will start to get tight. That's when you know the liquidity's drying up. You don't have as much volume to carry you through. In a great market, you could just throw money at a coin. You could be down for 2 days, and then you're just up the next. It's just like the down, you're never going to be down that long. Too many people are pouring into the market. Right? Let's talk about Drift. I mentioned it the other day, and it seemed like it was doing pretty good. Yeah, I talked about Drift, and I said it's about to pump up 58%. Drift is now holding gains of 38%. So my team right now, you guys should be able to take a screenshot of this, A, or B. I thought Lakochi could chart it himself, rechart it exactly the same way, draw the percentage. You and Sean should be able to do the gain now that I said it, right? You know what I mean? I assume that now that I've put Drift out right now and said it's up 61%, that you and Sean can nail those gains without a thought. You guys got to work together. Sean's going to document this, so he's going to write down Drift gain. He's going to say, where is the chart for it? Lakochi can chart. I've seen him do it, right? I see you chart, Lakochi. You could rechart this for me. If you can't and you have a problem, you can take it. You can get ShareX for your PCs. You can hit Control Print Screen and you can take this. and then post that to the gains inside, you know, and then you can go and search drift right now. And I'm just teaching people how to learn too. If you're in my trading group and you want to know, well, how does Sam do this? Search the coin after I see the win, right? Drift. And then look, drift. And here's like, you know, I'm telling you, drift isn't going to break out. It's getting tight in here. That's, you know, stop losses below that key area. And drift is gone. So that's something that, you know what I mean? Without me having to kind of go after it, you and the coach, you should be able to just bang, right? And that. So beautiful drift to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for drift. Drift also reminds me of my favorite other D coin, right? Which, anyone out there? Anyone? No, but that DEX, that beautiful SWE DEX, right? So, bang. Bitcoin holding 117,400. We're getting very tight. Altcoins ripping pretty nicely too, though. Holding their levels very, very nicely. Look, today's P&L, oh my God. $22,000. Altcoins absolutely destroying the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that next coin, Deep Book Protocol, I was waiting for it. And I see Deep about to do some damage off this bottom trend line. It's going to bounce. Once it bounces, SWE and bang. I'm going to make a video about SOL today. I'm going to teach you a lot more about SOL that you may not have known. Bitcoin stumbling. Stumbelina. Makes me want to just, you know, whenever it's all, I just say cut off the longs and move on for the day. Come back at another time. I have a hard time holding daily, like all the way to the upside, like that 8 hour, holding it for days. I'd rather sell there. Get in here, you know what I mean? Wow, back to 280 now? Come on, Bitcoin. Now I'm only up 1,350 and 781. I can't lose the trades, so it is what it is, but dang, man. 15-minute really doing that retest now. It's all right. Let me show you what I see happening. 15-minute doing the retest. It's got to bounce right there. Look, that's a bit of a cup and a handle too. Just want to make sure it stays inside this pattern and breaks out. If this wick gets taken out, no good. 116,941. That means this whole move is kind of negated, you know, invalidated. All right, moving forward, 11:30. Let's take a look at your super chats and see what's happening in the chat. May God bless you all for being here. We hit 1,000 subs. Thank you so much. We just pierced 1,000, over 100,000. We're going to just keep doing that, and 100,000 is going to be in the rearview mirror. God bless you. Thank you so much, everybody. Blessings on blessings. Okay, let's take a look at these super chats. Production department for a £5. He says, God bless you, lifer. Hope you're having a great day. Do you see a cup and handle pattern forming on the daily for HBAR and Solana? Let's take a look at what he's asking about. He's saying, is there a cup and handle on the daily for HBAR and Solana? Let's take a look at HBAR and see what is going on. And let's move on into that daily. I see consolidation for HBAR. Only a matter of time. This thing is about to blast to the upside. The last time I put out HBAR, I nailed it. I haven't talked about it since. Yeah, it's about to do damage. This is a perfect time to accumulate HBAR, in my humble opinion. I don't even like this coin. I barely talk about it. That's the buy zone, right? Accumulation zone right there. Yep. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. You do whatever makes you happy. But that's the accumulation zone right there. Actually, yeah, I don't want that one. Sorry. This one's better, the call out. Where's the call out? The call out, because you can drag the call out away. See? Accumulation zone. Right there for Bitcoin. For HBAR. Stop loss below the point of control and the 200 moving average. Very, very good protection. This likely plays out very nicely. This could be the trade of the month. I'm not even a fan of HBAR, but that looks absolutely gorgeous. Cup and handle you asked about. Yeah, slight versions, yes. Let's take a look here. Kind of a cup there. right? And there's a handle. Yeah, I'll give it to you. There's a cup and handle for sure. Yeah, you got it, man. On the daily. That's got a measured move. The length of this pole. Let me zoom in here for you, really give you the details. And it's already kind of technically breaking out. Big picture makes the big money. Trade the daily, trade the 3-day. When the market's ripping, stop staring at the smaller time. When you look at the smaller time frames, when the market's not that good, because the market's not good enough to sustain big, long swings. So we have to just take a couple weeks of pump, and then that's all we get. So I trade the 1 hour, the 4 hour, when the market's not amazing. When the market gets strong, the volume increases. We can trade the bigger time frames. It makes sense. More people can help the 3-day pump. When you don't have a lot of people in the market, the 3-day chart can't pump. The 3-day chart needs 2 or 3 months of constant volume coming in. You can't pump on the 3-day chart when you don't have tons of volume. When you have less volume in the market, like slightly after the bear, we can still make money. We change our trading style. I know exactly how to switch the stance based on the trading style, based on where we are. That's another thing no one will teach you, but I will teach you. We trade less, the time frames we trade and how we trade depends on where we are in the cycle. When the cycle has way more volume, we trade the 3-day. We start pushing the bigger time frames because you have the volume to let that 3-day sustainably pump for months at a time. You get it? When you don't have that volume, you just get people to run in for a second, then they get scared, and then Bitcoin's iffy, and then people leave the market again. That's the type of cycle we've had the last 18 months. Bitcoin, altcoins are hot for only 2 to 3 weeks. Then they're not hot again. Then they're hot, So we traded the 4 hour. We traded the daily. We did not trade the 3-day as much. Now it's the 3-day. You got to pay attention to me. This is going over so many people's heads, and they're not going to understand because it's not a conceptual idea that everyone else is teaching. It's a unique idea. It's different, and it's not set in stone. It's something you have to understand as the cycle changes. You have to be able to switch your fighting style. It's almost tiger style, monkey style. You know what I mean? Tiger style. You must think first before you move. So HBAR looks beautiful. I really like this super chat. You're spot on, and may God bless you, brother. You just gave the group something hot. Let's take a look at Solana. He says same thing. Cup and handle for Solana. I don't see it. Like there was the cup and handle there. Solana. We gave you Solana back here at 188, 190, and all in here. We've been telling you ever since it crossed the 200 moving average on the daily and touched the 21. I told you it was a buy right there. This was a cup and handle. There's your cup right there. There's the handle, and you've been ripping ever since. You've actually hit the target already. I see this consolidating. We're going to 299. I've called 300 Solana for a long time now, and so far so good for Sol. So Sol had the Alpine Grow update too, which really pushed it to the upside. It's a big deal. So Solana is going to continue because it's a utility that works, that people use. People are already adding it to their balance sheets like they're adding Bitcoin, and now they're going to have ETFs, ETPs, all sorts of stuff. Solana is going to blow up. It's only a matter of time. All right. It's only a matter of time. Bitcoin holding 117,425. Remember, all we're watching is this flag on the 15-minute. We're making sure the flag holds this diagonal trend line. Turns itself in. I've seen this many times, this exact type of flag, too. We're sitting right there. That's the aggressive entry right now with a stop below these wicks. With a move up to 119,400. Looks pretty swift, doesn't it? As simple as simple does. Don't reinvent the wheel, as my father used to say. Sol looking beautiful. Let's get back into the super chats as we continue to service everybody here on the channel and make sure you get exactly what you're asking for. Okay, shout out to the 1,700 beautiful souls of the live, 679 likes, $180 in chat revenue. Rebel Darkside AI, it's been a while, man. God bless you. Good morning, lifer. Jesus Christ loves you all. Can you check Algorand on the weekly and Velo if you can? Thank you. Hey, God bless you, man. I remember when I first mentioned God on my channel, I was so afraid people wouldn't watch me anymore. That's how much fear the devil had in me. The devil had me in fear that if I mentioned God, people wouldn't watch my channel, right? They're like, oh, he's a God guy. I don't want to learn TA. And then I realized that I just wanted to be around people that had the highest frequency. And I don't care if you believe in God or not, but I'd like to convince you that there's some higher power out there that knows you exist and that understands when you're on the right frequency. That's all. When you do the right thing, you get rewarded for it. And people say, but why do all those good people, why do all bad things happen to good people? You know what I mean? That means that God doesn't exist. It's just not true. You have free will. Today, right now, I could hurt someone's feelings on the live. Someone could say something in this, and I could say, you know what I mean? And I could take my high place of influence and make someone feel this small. I could do it. God's given me that free will. Does that mean God doesn't exist? I could go out and do a heinous act tomorrow because of how I feel. Does that mean God doesn't exist? If I go to the mall, you know what I mean? And do something horrible, I'm not ever going to do that. I'm just, you know what I mean? I want to prove a point here that it's free will, man. God gave us all free will, and some people can mess up your life. It's so crazy. It's so sad, right? That's why you should stay strapped. You should stay protected. You never know who's out there. Always have a second plan in case things aren't going to go the way you thought. Algorand looks interesting to me. It's getting very tight in what is a symmetrical triangle, but it looks like a double bottomed. It came back to hit the neckline of the double bottom, and it looks like it's only a matter of time. I see it headed to 43. And again, I don't like the structure. I think there's some better charts out there personally when you compare them to probability, but I like what we're sitting here above the 200 moving average, and you could use that. It's a 3.65 risk reward ratio, and you can stay below 1938. Looks like Algo is going to pump. Looks very bullish to me. I see a pump coming for Algo. I got an itch in my back. I got to get my machete out, itch my back. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. God bless you to Rebel Dark Side AI. Sam, first of all, thanks for what you do. Will you tell JASMY and your thoughts on it? Shout out to Billy Bob's Fireworks. Shout out to Billy Bob. Let's take a look at JASMY, baby. JASMY. JASMY, baby. JASMY. So JASMY on MEXC, kind of a cup and handle, kind of a double bottom. Almost all these coins are doing this. Some of them look better than others. You know, Bonk has it. Floki has it. Whiff has it. They all have this cup and handle. Some above their 200s in better shape. So some have the cup and handle above here in an uptrend. Some are more struggling. JASMY's struggling, right? But again, we did get in down here. Remember, we got into JASMY in the bear market down here. You started accumulating JASMY with me, 004, 03, 06, right? And then we were up. We were, honestly, everyone, I did produce, if you were with me, we bought so much. And then I did say that the 3-day chart was bent, and it was probably time to take some profits that March. I remember St. Patrick's Day, and this actually went live. This one, so that's the crazy thing. Some altcoins peaked in December. Some altcoins peaked in March. Isn't that weird? Right? Like there was that March pump right there. March 2024, boom. A lot of coins went super high there and never looked back. Like they didn't ever reach that high again. JASMY continued, but now look, it's even lower than it's lower than it was. Dang, man. You know, over a year ago. That's why you could now buy the coin. You could have bought the coin a year and a half ago and held it, and now you can still buy it cheaper. That's depressing when you hold altcoins. So JASMY hasn't been amazing. We did get in here, though, and there was an 18x. Like, you could have sold an 18x from when or maybe not. I don't want to say exactly the bottom, but definitely a 7, 8, somewhere between a 7 and a 12, 15x. Like, I still believe in this coin. It has a good team. It hasn't, disappeared. And that does look like a cup and handle with a higher low, and the 3 days very oversold. I expect to bounce. How big the bounce and how sustainable over time, we got to get above that 3-day 200 moving average. Definitely looks like a great place to accumulate JASMY, though, if you like the project. I think there's better out there. This chart's been a little tough to be in for the last few years. But hey, maybe one day it gets some amazing partnership and news. Billy Bob Lee Schwager. Great morning, Sammy. What's your opinion on the flag on SPX 1 hour compared to the 15 and the 30 minute? I only have 15 minutes, so I hope to hear you. Have a blessed day. Well, the 50 ads came and gone, man. I'm so sorry. I attempted to do the super chats as they come in, but we're usually live trading Bitcoin pretty heavily. And it's very important that we kind of stay focused. And then at about 11:15, 11:30, I get into the altcoins and I spend the rest of the show going through all the altcoins. We get a lot of super chats on this channel, so we do the best we can to help every single person that asks. And we don't want to let anybody feel like they didn't get the proper treatment, right? So SPX, he says, a flag on the 1 hour compared to the 50 minute and the 30. Well, it had that pump like we talked about. Almost went to the target. Got very high to 228. Remember, in the bear market, it hit that low of 28 cents, and then it 10x'd. I mean, there's a 10x right there, and you could have moved on from now. I see a shoulder ahead, possibly a right shoulder there. I've never been a huge fan of this coin, personally. Like, I knew about it early on, and then, I saw it pump. Did break out there. You'd have to say, for me to believe in it, It's got to consolidate and close a candle above 165. Because this is easy. This could be a right shoulder and we could dump. It's got to pump up here and then consolidate. Then your buy zone is there. And it looks like the buy is like in December. I could be wrong. It looks like you could wait like a month or two and then still get in for the pump. And then altcoin season rips to February of 2026, December to February. That's kind of how it's happened in the past. I'm not saying it's going to happen like that for sure. We talked about the accumulation zone for Crow. I want to keep going over this every couple of days to kind of keep you in the privy zone here. That's going to be a beautiful place for Crow to bounce. The 618 golden pocket. Right? That's 9 out of 10 times you're buying the bottom if you buy the 618 golden pocket. So if you like Crow, you believe in it, 24 to 51 cents looks very likely, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. I am not a financial advisor. Sammy is the best 3 months being a lifer, up 140%. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. That keeps me going every day. Someone gave us a contract address. God bless you. I'll take a look at that myself one day. I'll actually duplicate deck screener right now. I'll move it up. And when no one else can see, I'll take a look. Because I don't like putting things out that I don't, you know what I mean? And be very careful looking at contracts in a super chat, everybody. There's usually always an ulterior motive. What's going on? 9 out of 10 times, right? So I see Astra on Ethereum at 791. Just didn't see it on Oh, so you wrote Fox. So that was, whoa, Astra just, no, that's the wrong. Something just happened to Astra on Sol. It just like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing there. That's not right. Life, are you thinking a blow off top of December like historically or extended cycle into 2026? I'm not thinking, Simran. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. I know that you know what we should do because we don't know. Probably a good idea to take like 60 to 70% of profits if we get to a high in December. And then we take the rest of the market and we take what we can. My wife wants to do class. Must be your suits, Kurt. Hey, jump into class, man. I appreciate it. Life, or are you thinking of a blow off top of December? Everybody jump into class. I'm telling you right now, there's no way I'm going to be alive forever. Take advantage of my knowledge while I'm here on this earth. Please, I don't mean to say scary things, but just don't take advantage of my knowledge. It's really, really unique and rare. Hit this QR code and get in. Thousands of people have figured out why the lifer is the man and help them learn. I can help you. I know I can help you. I know I can help you. Good morning, Sam. Congrats to you and the lifers for FOMC success. Thoughts on what would happen if the Bank of Japan raised interest rates tonight? Blessings. It wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Thank you, though. It's her 70th birthday set. She looks 45. Kurt, that's amazing, man. That's awesome, man. God bless her. My mom had a youthful look to her, too, man. May God bless her, brother. I can't wait to see her at class. Thank you so much for her caring. Underground Crypto, smash the like button. What are your thoughts on LBRETT? LBRETT. I've never heard of it. Let's take a look at LBRETT. What is it LBRETT needed for? I put an extra T there. LBRETT. Oh, wow. It's got a $21 million market cap. It's been ripping. Number one, on the 1 hour time frame, it's just been ripping. I don't know what to say. I mean, the liquidity, though, isn't locked and it's 45. That tells me to be careful, but I've seen that again on some base chain, but that's on Sol. I don't like how this isn't locked. I'd be sketched out by this. What you want to do is we want to go head on to anti-rug, right? We want to go to anti-rug. Where's anti-rug, man? I should have it bookmarked. Bookmarked. Yeah. Antirugagent.com. Right? And you're going to want to paste that contract address in there and see what's going on. Look, they stopped 211 ruggers today alone. This got a really bad safety score. Okay? It's not a good look. It says the market cap, only 51 wallets exist, and the top holder owns 94%. I would never touch this coin. Dude, the top 10 holders control 99, and the top holder owns all of it. Get out of this thing. That's no good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it's sketching me out. So, yeah. Just sent you a few Funhouse. Sent you new Funhouse song. Funhouse song. Oh, thank you. Use if you wish. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sam, you're a blessing. Can you check ETH, please? Jenny Uloa. Let's take a look at ETH for Jenny and Kurt. Thank you so much. Shout out to Underground Crypto holding me down. Go to his channel and subscribe to Underground Crypto. He's my buddy, my brother from another. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. He's very close. I know there's 49 beautiful lifers that could give right now, and this guy's giving you great information. He's giving you deep dives at night on projects that could make you a lot of money. I don't have the time to do this like I used to. I'm more of a trader now. I used to deep dive a little more. He's supplementing a lot of that. So jump on in, man, and he's understands the frequency. He's listening to Jim Rohn. He's been under my tutelage for like 2 years now. The guy is spot on. I'm telling you, he cares about crypto, and he cares about you, and he cares about himself. Underground Crypto. If you can't help others with your success, then who are you? You're a nobody. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Let's take a look at Ethereum and see what's happening to ETH on MEXC. I see ETH is about to explode. It's only a matter of time. Get your ETH bag and get it ready, because ETH is about to rip. It's only a matter of time. Look at this. And some would say, no, it's a shoulder, it's a head, it's a right shoulder. I see the cup and handle. And ETH is headed to $6,900 a coin. And it's only a matter of time. That's your trade right there for Ethereum. Your entry is now. Your stop loss is below 4,000. And your target is $6,800 for ETH. It just says it's going there. It says it's happening. It says it's going to happen. So, hey, ETH, trade alert. That's a trade right there. My system identifies a trade for Ethereum. Use whatever leverage you want or trade spot. I am not a financial advisor. I won't tell you what to do. People are like, when should I sell? How should I? I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know how much you're worth. I have no idea. I could never tell you what to buy or sell. Ever. But that ETH trade looks absolutely lovely. Every time I trade ETH, though, I have bad luck with it, man. I really don't. It makes me want to get in again, though. I think I'm going to trade. I'm going to make that trade. I have to. It looks too beautiful. I love it. It looks nice. Thank you so much, Jenny, for bringing up Ethereum. I really appreciate you doing that. And I did ALGO. Thank you, Underground Crypto. ALGO looks good to me, too, as well. Kita from Ivan Rowe. Kita's just been sideways, man, inside that flag. You got to either believe in it or not. It's up to you. You know? I think it was getting listed on Coinbase, though, right? Wasn't that true? I don't want to misspeak there. Wow, 365 on the market cap. See how it's just kind of like, I can't tell you whether it's going to dump or pump. I can't. It looks weird to me. Looks like a head and shoulder pattern. So what I would say for Kita is if it breaks out and consolidates, then it's a buy. But if it loses this trend line, I don't know. And you have to remember, these coins are, they're high risk. They seem great for a while, and then they can kind of, and that's a trend line I felt like that it broke down from too as well. But I could say it's still in this bigger picture, but I still see shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's got to bounce for me. I'd even take profits if I was in it right now. Wait for it to bounce. Get back in the trade here. Because what if it dumps? But again, you got to do whatever makes you happy. Mr. Sam, thanks for the Apex call. 100 into 700. Hey, God bless you, man. God bless you. Thank you. Was that Apollo X? Yeah, that thing ripped. It almost got the stop, though. They did the dolphin dip stop out. But it did rip to the upside. God bless you, man. Biddy on pump, please. Biddy. Yep. Gotta keep gotta keep the energy moving, man. The energy is what keeps us going. I haven't taken a day off of this stream. 1,750 days now? Come on now. 1,763 days, man. Wow. So I looked at Biddy on Sol. Looked like it could pump. It did a little bit. 23%, but then look, it made a bearish div. It couldn't get above resistance. You got to, whenever you hit a resistance, you got to think maybe it may not be able to plow through. Bitcoin's sitting pretty at 17,450. Seems like it's holding that trend line, and it's going to consolidate for the bigger pump later today. I'm long, baby. I've given you every way I could trade Bitcoin. It's up to you now. Your emotions will ruin it. I've given you the exact code, and 90% of people will ruin exactly how I gave them the trade with emotion. They'll like freak out in the middle of the night. They'll get crazy. I can't tell you. Morning, my goat. Can we look at ZBCN and ENA? Wow, 2 super chats. We can only do 1 super chat. Because if there was 2 every time, think about it. Then that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I just can't do that. It's got to be 1 super chat, please. You can send in another one later on, I guess. But 1 super chat per, 1 ask per super chat. I really can't double up there. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a Scrooge. I just got to be honest with the time. It's impossible almost. Let's take a look at ZBCN and see what's happening here. ZBEC network. And man, it's feeling like a bull run, right? I like ZBEC. I feel like ZBEC is on its way. We talked about entering it right there. That is your entry, bottom of the trend line. Could it fall to the downside and stop hunt? Maybe it does. But this is a great project with a good team. It pumped huge. We saw it when it was just there, and it did massive damage. I see it continuing. It does have to bounce. There's a little sketchiness right now, but I'm still bullish on ZBEC network. It's still on the radar for ZBEC. There's so many setups in the trading group. Look, that setup I posted probably, I don't know, maybe on the 12th or the 30th, maybe even the 10th, right? And you'd be like, oh, so then if you go through my thing, you won't see it. You really got to go through the last few days of posts. You got to put in a lot of work if you want to make the gains with me in this group. I put out so much information. You got to get good at filtering that information too. If you want to know a coin, go up here and type in the coin. ZBCN. Do the same thing to the elite traders, right? Don't just sit there. The Discord is interactive. Look for what I'm teaching you. Look, I've been putting out this same setup since the 22nd of August, really. Or maybe not that one. I don't know. But, you know, my whole point is you can see, like, there's this one right there, 823. It's getting tight on the daily. So look, where was that? 823. I guess I was putting that there, so that it didn't play out. But the whole point is just pay attention. All right, you're going to see setups that I've put out a couple weeks before. Bitcoin ripping 117,600, doing damage off the bounce. Exactly what we wanted here. And honestly, that looks beautiful. That like makes me want to go all in, man. You know what I mean? Like that's just a nice flag right there. I'm gonna add a trade here. I'm gonna risk 500 of what I made last night. Why not? See if I can get below that 200. I can if I go for the gusto. Yeah. So I'm going for a long at 120,776. Again, live trading on MEXC. Here it is, baby. Stop loss below that 200 moving average at 116,493. I go 5 grand for 20, 6 grand for 20. And I'll just I'll go 500 for 16. Like this is going to be even bigger. Hold on, let me look at that 8 hour. And now it's a little far for the 21 now. I feel like we could get a little more sideways drawdown. Or we just get the pump and then we come back. Again, being greedy is what gets you wrecked every single time. I'm going to enter that trade there. $46,000 trade. Okay. I like it. I like it. And again, you got to believe in it or it's not going to happen. Right? It's just like you got to believe in that setup or how you even going to make the setup. Right? Just wanted to remind everyone of hidden bullish div of the 2-day for XRP. And it's now crossed the 4-hour 200 MA. It looks ready. Also, BNB hit 1,000 USD today. BNB is amazing. And we talked about BNB we were putting out BNB right here. Look, I was giving you guys BNB like 2 months ago. I was saying it was this right there. I said BNB, man, right there. And I gave you guys that trade and with the stop and everything. Tight moving averages. I see it headed all the way up to 1,078. And I even gave you this rising wedge that broke out too. So like BNB, baby. Just doing damage. I should have the trade on MEXC. I don't think I ever deleted it. I see it going higher now. Look, this is my next idea for BNB. It's going to 1256. I gave you guys that trade months ago. So crazy, right? Greatest utility coin in the game. No reason why it wouldn't pump. Like, it made sense. For things to change, you have to change. Jim Rohn, amen. Please, can you take a look at PYTH? We will. And ONDO, good sir. Wow. Wow. PEPE from Dennis Lovelace. I love that. Ada Lovelace. You're funny, Dennis. Hey, Sammy, thoughts on XPL? It's a layer 1 blockchain built for global stablecoin payments. Mainnet beta launch coming on the 25th of September. Can you check Vertical AI? Partnered with Fetch. I like VAI. We talked about it back in the day. I still own some. All right. So we got XRP. We got a lot to cover, and we only have 3 minutes. We're definitely going to go over today, past the 12. I love when we go over because it means we have a lot of people on the stream, and the stream is bumping. Let's take a look at XRP, USDT here, and see what's happening for XRP. I've got a trade for XRP in the trading group. The entry was right there at 280. You're still in the monkeys. Let me try that other scalp, but it's been back and forth. Kind of say it's almost like in this falling wedge here. I feel like this was the wedge, though. It broke out, and now it's retesting. See how it's got a shoulder, head, right shoulder? I mean, this is your measured move now. $6, $6.91. I mean, XRP is going to fly. It's only a matter of time, in my humble opinion. XRP's leap to the upside, baby. Can you check Vertical? Just partnered with Fetch AI. Hey, thoughts on XPL? So, yeah, I like this right now, and I see a parabolic move. I actually see this going all the way to the target. $6.91. $7 XRP is on the way with the higher low above the 200. Tight moving averages. Stop loss below that daily 200. High likelihood this will play out to the upside. Bitcoin, 117,580. Nice bounce. Don't get emotional on me. Don't hit that stop loss when you don't need to. Hey. I'm not a financial advisor, but hey, you got to stay calm, cool, and collected over here. Let's take a look at XPL. He says it comes out for global mainnet beta launch coming up on the 25th. Everyone has it on perp. I don't see anyone with it on like regular DEX. So they got the perp for it. I thought the mainnet and the pump for altcoins really might make this thing absolutely explode. XPL has 61% gains. Again, the smart move would aggressive entries right now. It breaks out a retest. That's the hot entry at 71 cents. Ride that to $1, right? Definitely looks likely. I'll put an alert on it. It's getting tight. That's when things are going to move. I know a move is coming soon by the tightness there. Shout out to my people holding PYTH. Can you look at PYTH? Let's take a look at the PYTH network. PYTH network. PYTH network. I don't know why I start talking funny at the end of the stream. You desire to make a change. You don't want the... Again, let's talk about language while I got you sitting here. We don't want to use the... You don't... It's not good to be in the habit of using the word want. I want a girlfriend. I want to make gains. I want that car. I want to buy that. That means you're probably not going to ever have it. Yeah. I mean, you can't say want and not get it. It's happened, but I desire a new car. I desire to have someone in my life that I truly appreciate. Preferably a new woman, you know what I mean? I desire a relationship that is fulfilling. Describe exactly what you're looking for with the word desire. And change your language. I'm saying the second you go to say want, go, I desire. Even when I'm in the group, I say, bulls want this. I go, bulls desire Bitcoin to get to this key area. I exchange want for desire any chance I get. Because want is a lack word. It tells the universe that we want it. Oh, we want it. When you want something, you're almost saying that you have the inability to achieve to get it. You're just like, you have an angst to get it, but you don't know. When you desire something, you're telling yourself you're going to put in motion actions to make it happen. Same thing with the word try. The word try is the worst word in the English language. I don't like hearing people say it at my company. If I ask someone, hey, can you get this done? And they say, I'm going to try to do it next week. I know that they may not care about my job that much. When they say, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it happens, I got you. I know that's the answer I'm looking for. If you're working for me, please don't use the word try. Worst, and I'm not saying anyone did, because I'm not calling anybody out. My team is amazing. But just in general, that word will throw me off so hard and it'll make me question whether you're going to do it or not, right? How's this? And everyone says, Sam, that's harsh. That's rude. That's a tough way to be. And I'd say, I think you're right. And I'd say, you know what? I don't want to be soft. And again, I also think it's not a tough way to be. I think it's the loving way to be. Why? Well, let's break it down. You invite me to, me and you meet each other. Our kids play at the park. And you say, hey, my child's having a birthday party next week. We're new here. We kind of want to make them feel like, could you come to the party? And I say, you know what? I'll try to be there. What time is it? The odds of me showing up aren't that good, are they? I'm going to make sure I'm there, man. I'd really want to make sure your kid has a good birthday, and my kid needs to meet people too. What's the day? Where can I be there? Okay, I'm going to tell my wife. I'm going to put it in Siri right now. I'm going to make sure I'm there. That's how you speak to people. If you can't speak to someone with confirmation and stare them in the face, then just say you're not going to be there, man. Stop using the word try. It's getting you nowhere, and it's making you offend people because you're saying you're going to do something and you're not doing it to yourself, to your friends and family. Get rid of that word, man. That word allows you not to do it. You ever go to a door and say you're going to try to open the door? There's a door in front of me. I'm going to try to open it. Wait, here. I'm going to try to grab these eye drops right here. I'm going to try to grab them. Am I going to grab them? I'm going to grab the eye drops. When you use the word try, nobody knows if you're actually going to do it or not. You're just trying it out. When you say you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Speak an affirmation. It's very important. PYTH is about to blast to the upside. I see it headed all the way to 29. I'm loaded up. I got a bag. It's up to you whether you understand what's happening now. It's the oracle. It's the sauce. It's time. I've been talking about PYTH for a year and a half now. A lot of my predictions may come true over time now. PYTH looking very strong. We're going to make it, everybody. We're going to find the hottest coins. We're going to push ourselves to the limit, and we're going to make it happen. I know it. We're going to find 10Xs, 50Xs, 50Xs. We're going to change our lives. Let's take a look at ONDO. We're going to make 20K a day, baby. After last night, too, just nuts, man. $27,000 in 24 hours. Pinch me, I'm dreaming. And that's not even all the streams of income. It's insanity. So look, ONDO, beautiful pump out that, and now it's getting tight, just like Bitcoin is. And I would actually kind of position this even a little tighter. And ONDO's about to blast. It's about to, it looks like it looks like institutions are about to start ETFs. The free money's coming into the market. The most money you can make off the free money is altcoins. So the speculation from the rate cut is coming our way. They're going to cut another rate cut too. That's a guarantee. 87% chance they cut that rate. So they're cutting it in October and they're cutting it in December. No November rate cut. Dang, I wish we could get 3, right? Maybe there'll be an emergency cut in November. I believe that could happen too and really get us cooking. Bitcoin doing damage, 117,006. I never canceled these trades. I showed you how to stay strong no matter what. I showed you how to position yourself. Look, I did the TA, and I knew if the TA held that, I didn't need to panic yet. And we fought off the bear. Some people would have sold the cat ears right there. It's going to dump for sure. Now we're still in. Now we can make even more gains. Right? That trade's only up $18 that we just made. We made another live trade in front of you on the channel too. On top of that, Ethereum looks absolutely lovely. I feel like it has to be traded. Ethereum looks beautiful. So it's telling us there's going to be some big moves coming. if we've been practicing our TA and really staying solid, there's a good chance we're going to be able to take advantage of this next big wave. See, the key is waves come. You get better at identifying these waves and trading them when you trade all the time, because you're kind of, you can see it. You're ready for it. If you're just jumping in the market when you hear it's pumping, you're likely buying the top, or you're buying like if it's going to do this overnight, it's going to start pumping. Then the news is ONDO, boom, 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 and then everyone's hyped here. Everyone is hyped. People start pouring in now at 166, and they only get this move. You got to buy when everyone says it sucks. When Bitcoin says we're going to zero, when it's the worst, you got to be buying the fear. I teach everybody to buy the fear. The fear and greed index, I use it to my advantage. Remember, I bought Bitcoin at 84,000. I bought Bitcoin at 19K. I bought whole Bitcoins on this channel. I don't know any other streamer that bought a whole Bitcoin on their channel. I don't. I just don't. Call them out. There's probably someone out there. Let me know who they are. I'd like to find out. But they didn't put $84,000 where their TA said it was going to pump. I had to show you that my money was going to pump based off my probabilities were that solid. Like, I knew I had a 100% rate. I figured there was like a 90% chance that if I bought Bitcoin at 84K, you were going to see me up huge. And now I'm up huge. I'm up 30,000 on 84,000 in less than a year. You see? This fear goes back down to 10. That was at February 10th when we had, in the last year, we got this low. I screamed to buy Bitcoin down there. I screamed it. I said, guys, we have to buy here. We don't have a choice. The market was horrible. All coins were decimated. My mind was in the gutter. My emotions were in my stomach. But I knew that the behavior was, if I buy the fear over time, no matter how I feel and no matter how the market looks, if I just keep buying the fear, I'm going to get paid over time. You see? And it did play out. And someone's asking about Neural AI, which is a great team, just fell off, right? You need a market to really propel new ideas and new coins. Neural AI, wow, the market cap's at 218,000. That sucks. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I was about to say, wait. Man, what happened to Neural? I still own a bag of this. It seems like it's consolidating. That's your shoulder, head, shoulder. Or it's double bottoming on its way back to the upside. Looks like it definitely bottomed. I still own it. Let's see what happens, but I mean, not much there, right? Sam, can you look at XNA? This will be the last super chat of the night, of the day, or whatever, wherever you are in the world. Afternoon, day, morning. This thing's down to the dumps, man. One of the worst coins to own. I don't see it coming back. I think it's a rugger. Yeah, I'd be all set with it. Maybe it comes back. I'm all set. That thing looks horrible. Wow, back to 117. Looks like we're going to consolidate tightly in here. Ethereum looking pretty good. Everybody, I love you. We pumped out so much value today. We answered so many super chats. We taught you how to trade long term. We showed you my trades from last night, how they played out. I showed you my trades today. I made a live trade. I went over so many altcoins, and we talked about mindset, discipline, and how to position yourselves to be the best in your life, man. So I love you all. I appreciate you. And now you want PEPE and VERTAI? Damn, man, you people it never ends. All right, let's take a look at PEPE. My fingers are, my hand hurts from doing TA. I'm not lying. I'm getting like a cramp in my hand. That's when I know it's a bull run. My hand starts to hurt from technical analysis. From doing so much TA. It's insanity. Let's take a look at PEPE. I mean, PEPE is going to blow up like everything else. It's tighter in the channel. I see a massive move for PEPE to 2843. Yeah. I'm keeping it real light. I remember VERTAI. I got into VERTAI a long time ago. Vertical AI. It's on Avalanche too as well. Solana. You can get it almost everywhere. Oh, look, what is this one with a 354? I don't buy it. I think that's it with the 20 million. It's weird I'm getting mixed signals there. Again, and they're all down to the dumps, double bottoming. The whole market has to rip, and altcoins really have to resurge. This is looking bullish to me. I see more coming for Bitcoin. 120,000 is that target for BTC. We come here for the gains and the hand cramps. God bless you, man. Love you too, brother. God bless to you and the wifey of the kids that surrounds you. All love. Thank you. God bless all that surrounds you too, man. May God bless you, brother, with every piece of my heart, Vince. I love you, man. You became my brother that night, man. I'm easy, bro. You won me over, man. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And watch your AI projects. Watch Bitcoin. I say Bitcoin's about to rip to the upside. I gave you the trade. The entry was already there. You're already in the money. We're going 121,000. Stop loss below the 200 moving average if you can, or at least below, right there, below 16,800. I see a move coming for BTC. I've given you everything I can. There's not much more I can do for you. All right. Showing you my wins isn't going to help you gain, right? Teaching you how the market moves, showing you how the market's moving. That's how I can help you make money. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for being a part of the biggest, greatest, awesomest, most energetic live stream of the game. Nobody brings the heat the way the lifers bring it. Nobody brings the volume to the exchanges. Nobody busts it up the way we do. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here with the Crypto Lifer and my team. My name is Sam Price. I greatly appreciate it. It's nice to meet you. If this is your first time, please coming back. Please keep coming back. We will continue to educate you every single day. Everyone, I love you. I thank you so much. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to start to be great. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. Come on, man. You got to start today. That's how you're going to change your life. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to all my peoples. I love you all. Thank you so much. Live in love. You cannot be denied if you live in love, baby. I'm going to go kiss my kids, tell my wife I love her, and start my beautiful day in the home, man. I love you guys all. I've been grinding since 7 in the morning, and we've had a beautiful, beautiful morning. And last night we made massive gains. It's been a blessing, and I see more coming our way. I love you all. I thank you so much. I'll see you all beautifully, energetically tomorrow. Thank you.